Hello, it's time for our November TBR. I am excited for this. I have never really made a TBR. I've always had everything on my list for my TBR, but not like a designated monthly TBR of things I want to get through. So I'm definitely excited to do it. I feel like I'm the type of reader, I'm not like a mood reader necessarily, but when I'm choosing my next book to read, it's literally just whatever calls to me from my shelf, and that's what I decide to read. I usually get really excited to read some of the newer purchases that I have. So with this TBR, I decided to do books that are already on my shelf. So I did not buy anything for the TBR, and hopefully I can get through some of the things that I want to read and have had on my shelf. So some of these books in here are some of my really highly anticipated reads that I'm very excited about. Not because they've come out recently, but just because I've been excited to read them. I just haven't gotten to them because I've either been intimidated by them or it's just the time never felt right. It wasn't calling to me on the shelf. But yeah, there are a few on here that I'm wildly excited to read. So with that being said, I don't know if I'm going to get through all of these in November. It is holiday time, people. I feel like towards the end of the month, especially with Thanksgiving coming up, I'm not going to be able to get a lot of it done. I don't know. I guess it'll just depend, but I'll be home too. So sometimes when I'm at home, I don't have the desire to read when I'm home. It's very odd. But hopefully when I'm home this time, I'll still be in that reading mindset. It's so different from when I'm here, at my apartment and I'm alone and I can just be vegetable on the couch versus at home. There's people around, my mom, her boyfriend, it just gets a little crazy. So we'll see. But with that being said, the first one I have is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. I'm so excited for this. This probably is, I'm just very excited. I've heard so many good things about this. I've heard the romance in this book is really good. This is a romantasy. The main character, her name is Matilda. Matilda is a goddess, and then obviously her love interest is going to be immortal. And it says that Matilda and Vincent were fated to find each other beyond dreams. But to rewrite the blood-soaked ways of gods, Matilda will have to face something she fears even more than losing her magic, finally allowing herself to be loved. So I am so excited for this. This is a standalone too, which is really exciting. I feel like anymore in romantasy and fantasy, you don't get standalones, which I'm not mad about, but it's nice every once in a while to have a standalone because I don't have to wait for the next book to come out and torture myself wondering what's going to happen. So I'm excited. This book is, I'm going to take the dust jacket off. This book is beautiful. Please take a moment. Excuse me? And this was the standard edition. That is insane. And then the insides both are like this. And it's got a sprayed edge. This is an absolutely beautiful book. And I'm digging this. This is giving Lorcan spinoff. So I think I'm going to love this. Let me put the dust cover back on. I'm really excited for this one. This probably is one of my I don't know what I'm going to start with. I'm not even going to say that I'm going to start with this because knowing me, I won't. And then we've got me dropping books. I have got Six of Crows. Duology. I thought it was going to be called something else. I definitely want to get through this. I think that these will be quick reads. I mostly picked up this series. It's always been something that I've been intrigued with, but when I go to BookCon in April, this author is going to be there, so I definitely wanted to have something read of hers before I go. And I don't know, out of everything, this one seemed the most interesting to me, and I've also heard that the male main characters in this are pretty good. Now, guys, I am a lover of book boyfriends. A fictional man? Yes. Men written by women? Yes. I get excited for that. That's yeah. So I definitely want to get through these, and if I read one, I'm gonna read the other. That's just kind of how my brain works. When I start a series, I kind of am the person that has to finish it. Right away. I can't really jump around because I don't know, I can't. The only series I've actually ever done that with is the Jassad's Heir. I read the first and I have not read the second yet. Usually I'm like itching to read the next because I want to know what's going to happen, but I don't know. So yeah, I definitely want to read these. I'm excited. So this is a bustling hub of international trade where anything can be had for the right price, and no one knows that better than criminal prodigy Kaz Brecker. Brecker? 6 dangerous outcasts, one impossible heist. Kaz's crew is the only thing that might stand between the world and destruction if they don't kill each other first. Interesting. Sounds interesting. I also really like, this is funny, I was talking to my friend the other day, and this text, I don't know if you're ever gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna get out of it. This, like, the font is similar to the font of Carissa Broadbent's books. She has this, like, it's almost like vampiric. I mean, that's what her novels are about, but that's what it gives to me. My friend hates it. I've talked to my boss about these books too. My friend absolutely hates it, but I love it. So it's just funny. So I really like the fonts in this book. But I think these will be good. I am really bummed at how ugly these are though. Hot take. But like putting the Netflix on this, be so for real. It makes me so mad. So those are the next 2 that I want to read. And then I picked up this. Now, it's a Runix. Runix? I hope that's how you say it. I read her book, Enigma, which was like a dark gothic romance, and I really liked it. I read it this summer. I think I might have given it like a 4-star. Like I really enjoyed it. So I was shopping a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month at this point, and I just like, I saw this and I was like, it's not super huge, and I think it's a little bit dark romancy. Like I wanna give it a shot. But it says an unusual girl and an ancient castle. What could go wrong? An outcast her entire life, Corvina accepts it as a sign from the universe when she receives an admission letter from a mysterious university. The last thing she expects is an old secluded castle on top of a mountain riddled with secrets, deceit, and death. And then we've got Vad, V-A-D, all right, is one of the castle's greatest secrets. A professor working on his thesis. Vad has been around for a long time to know the dangers that the castle possesses, and he knows the moment his path crosses with Corvina, she's dangerous to everything that he is. They shouldn't have caught each other's eye. They cannot be, but a chilling, oh, what does that say? Sorry. But a chill-inducing century-old mystery forces them to collide. People have been disappearing. Corvina is getting clues to unraveling it all, and Vad needs to keep an eye on her, and so it begins a tale of mysterious and the morbid, and a deep love that blossoms in the unlikeliest of places. Like this, I feel like will be a good, just like palette cleanser dark romance, and I do love me a dark romance. Like this is kind of, it's different. I will say it's a little like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like I do kind of like stuff like this because it is different, and like, I don't know. I don't know. I like it. Part of me wants to tell myself I don't like when they have like pages like that, but you know what? I think I do like it. So we're gonna stick with that. But yeah, this is something I definitely want to get through. I think I'll be able to get through this pretty quick. So I'm kind of excited for that. And then the next is a little duology that I feel like has been taking over at least TikTok by storm. So I want to be a part of the fun, and I'm gonna read it. It is The Wolf King and then The Night Prince, this little duology. Everybody's been raving about it, and I have been enjoying things with wolves. That sounds weird, but like I read Direbound and I was like, wait a minute, I'm digging this whole dire wolf thing. So I will be intrigued to see how this plays out. It says it is about when a princess is kidnapped by an alpha. War rages between them, the humans and the wolves. But soon, forbidden attraction starts to grow. So it sounds like we're going to have a little bit of yearning, forbidden love. I'm going to guess there's forced proximity in here, which is everything I need. And like wolves. I'm excited for this. I could only find this on Amazon, I guess. I don't know, Barnes & Noble, I went there the one day and they didn't have it. So I found it on Amazon, I got it. Oh my God, and I got it. Actually, it's kind of corrected itself, but they delivered it. They put it in just like a, like instead of a box, those like paper brown paper bag things, shipping things. Why can I not think of what it's called? And it was pouring down rain and they just threw it on my porch. So thankfully I got to them in time, but it was like all warped. And one thing about me is I like my books to be like in pristine condition. So if Amazon sends me books and they're like totally messed up, like when I got the Daughter of No Worlds series, I think the first one, this is gonna make me sound so dramatic. The whole front page was like covered, was bent. No, no. So I ended up giving it to my boss actually, because I talked to her a lot about reading, so I gave it to her because I thought, oh, maybe she'll like this, we could read it together. Because Amazon told me just to keep it, and then they sent me a new one. Yeah, so this is why I don't really buy books on Amazon. One, because I do like supporting like indie shops. I do love Barnes & Noble, but they get all screwed up and I can't have that. Like if I'm gonna spend money on books, they have to look good. That's that. So yeah, but I'm excited to see what happens with this. I definitely think that I'm gonna like it. I mean, it's wolves, it's romantasy, it's gonna be good. So we'll see. Those are my next two. All right, now this one, Priory of the Orange Tree. This has, I'm even scared holding this book up because it's huge, it's intimidating, and it's been something that I've wanted to have on my it's been on my, I'm totally blanked. It's been on my TBR for a while, so it's something that I've just really wanted to read. But like, do you see that? This, look at it next to this. This is, whoa, this is the Wolf King. So I'm intimidated by this. I think, let's take a gander. So this is only an 800-page book, but the freaking pages are, I don't want to, I'm not a big spine breaker, but look at that. So I'm intimidated, but the reviews on this book are wild. Like they're really, really good. I am kind of in the mood for a dragon read, which this is. And also Samantha Shannon, she's going to be at BookCon. So I feel like this is a good time for me to kind of jump into it. And then I did ask for the second one in this series for Christmas, which is also another giant book. So I guess to be less intimidated by this, I just kind of keep telling myself, like, think of it as a series and you're going to read just as many pages in a series. So sometimes when you think of it like that, it makes it a little bit better. Hopefully this won't like, that's my other thing, is I feel like this is going to take me a minute. Like, these big high fantasy books, they do take me like a week or two to get, not a week. I know myself. This will take me about a week, but I'm definitely excited for it. I think with the reviews, like, I've got to love it. So we'll see. But yeah, this is definitely, this one actually probably out of all the books sitting here is one of my higher anticipated reads, like that I've been looking forward to read, but I've been intimidated and scared to actually start it. So watch what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna read it this month. I'm gonna chicken out. You just wait. And then the next one I have is Fairy Tale by Veronica Lancet. I have seen this one on TikTok a bunch, and people, like, the reviews on this are pretty good too. So I'm really excited about this one. This one, it says, in August 1955, I almost said 1995, when Miss Darcy O'Sullivan, an orphaned English teacher from Boston, receives a letter that her biological father passed away, and she is surprised to find herself included in his will. There's only one condition: she must travel to Fairytale to attend his funeral. Oh my god. Yeah, she's going to his dead man's funeral or wedding. See, what's going on? I cannot speak today. When the promise of a stable inheritance, Darcy decides to journey to a small coastal town that holds secrets at her birth. But the moment she sets foot in Fairdale, things start to go amiss. Old residents, old rumors, old deaths. Everything about Fairdale is odd, including broody Caleb Hale of the infamous Hale family. So, sounds like there's going to be a romance. Oh, look at that. But at night, it's another man who haunts her dreams. Love triangle. It says, soon she finds herself embroiled in a web of lies, deceit, and inexplicable events that make her question her sanity. When an ancient evil threatens the town and everything Darcy holds dear, she must make the ultimate choice. But will she survive it? That sounds freaking good. Yeah. And this is also another 700-page book. So that's what I see. Look at these. Those are some big ones. I don't know if I'll get to these. I think I'm going to make it a priority to do at least one. I don't think I will get to both, to be completely honest with you. So we're going to try and get to one of those. But I'm actually very excited for those big books. And then I've got two more. The next one is Metal Slinger. I bought this a couple months ago. This is another one where I saw it on TikTok, which apparently sounds like that's where I get all my books. But I saw it. I know it's been kind of going crazy. I heard that this was a really good romantasy. And I do eat up a romantasy. Like, I love romance mixed with the fantasy. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. But I love it because I really like the intense magical elements that mix with the romance. Like, I don't know, it keeps me in. Like, I love it. And I do love my little romance books, but I would prefer a romantasy over just a regular romance book. I really like fantasy. I just think it's really interesting, and I really like diving into the world of fantasy because everything's so different. So it just I want to live in a fantasy world. Let me jump into ACOTAR. I'm on my way. Bye. See you later. But yeah, I just got off track. So, now I just lost my train of thought. But I definitely want to get to this because I feel like it's just been sitting on my shelf kind of staring at me like, let's read it. I know that this is a book 1. There is a book 2. I don't know when the second book is coming out. But, oh, it's a duology too. See, I love a duology. Duologies and trilogies are probably my favorite. Just because, I think I like a trilogy more, to be honest with you. I don't know. But sometimes those middle books and trilogies are always hit or miss. So then you would think it needs to be a duology. But I just love a trilogy. I think that they're, my favorite. It's, the perfect amount of books in a series to me. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. We'll see, I guess. And then the final one. This is Immortal Consequences. I was going to read this a couple months ago and I never did. This is the author Ivy Marie. This is her debut novel, at least if I'm not mistaken it is. I heard that I heard it's really, really good. This is also a really, really pretty book. I do think that the dust jacket is a little bit prettier than the actual book. That's gorgeous. Smells like the book. I got this at Lovestruck. But, I mean, this is still really pretty. That's pretty. I do kind of really like this spine, actually. It's different. And then obviously, this is just beautiful. But this is a dark academia, so they're going to be, in school. It's going to be a little different. I believe this is a romantasy as well. I think that this could be one of those really good quick reads. I do think, were there trials in this? Let's see. Okay. It says, welcome to Blackwood Academy, the legendary school located on the fringes of the afterlife. Once a pupil enters the academy arched gates, so that's what was on the front of the book, there's no way out except for the decennial, a once-a-decade celebration in which a single worthy student is tested and given the choice: graduate and join the Blackwood's magical elite, or cross over the mysterious other side. This time, though the rules have changed, this decennial isn't a celebration, it's a competition. Okay, that's what I thought. There can only be one victor. 2 academic arch rivals whose strange connection blurs the lines of obsession and hate. One girl driven solely by ambition and another plagued by memories of the love she lost. And a charming playboy who never cared for anyone until he met the academy's newest student. Each of these 6 students has their own motivation to win and their own secret to hide, but none of them know. They aren't the only ones playing Blackwood's game, and if they lose, some fates are worse than death. That sounds really good. Oh, this is a beautiful book. I personally, I know a lot of people really like it when books are simple, and I do too, but this to me having some like minimal designs here just on these starter pages, I think is beautiful. I really like it. I'm trying to think what other book had that. I cannot remember off the top of my head. There was another series that, it might be Powerless, I think, actually. It's Powerless for sure. That has just like those designs on those pages, and I love that. I think it just really adds to the design and honestly just like the overall quality of the book. Oh my god, holy crap. Look at that map. Whoa. Trying to get out of the way so can you see it? That's intricate. That's pretty. Damn. Wait, I'm really excited for this actually. Like, look at that too. Just like a black page, part 1, when she fell. I just feel like it really ups the quality of the book to me. So props to this, definitely. And also the, Wild Reverence for looking as beautiful as they do. But yeah, I'm really excited for, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. But I'm really excited for November. I think that it's gonna be a good, kind of like a darkish romance, a good fantasy month. So hopefully I can get through at least 6 to 7 of these. I do think that like the Six of Crows duology, the one from Rune Nix, and then the Wolf King, those will be some like quick reads for me. So hopefully I can kind of grind those out and then get some of those big books out of my way and off my TBR shelf. But yeah, I'm looking forward to November. If you have any TBRs, any books on your TBR that you think I should be reading in December, feel free, if you've made it here, to leave me a comment. I would love to like hear from new people and get some new reads. I love fantasy, high fantasy, romance, romantasy, anything honestly. So, and oh my gosh, I would love some cute Christmassy reads. So if you have any recommendations there, please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.